The next generation of gaming is here. Now that the PS5 and the Xbox Series X have arrived, everyone else is trying to cash in on the wave of excitement. That means new consoles, new gaming accessories, and new gadgets poised to raise the bar even higher for what it means to game in 2021. The PS5 and Xbox Series X may be getting all the ink about the new generation, but we all know that neither console truly represents the cutting edge of gaming. If you look at any comments section on the internet, it will tell you a few thousand times that PC gaming is the true high bar for the art form. If you're not convinced, here's a clip of Henry Cavill building his own PC in 2020. How is The Witcher himself building a PC not the literal mascot for every company out there? If we want to look at the Cavill-approved cutting edge of gaming, then we're talking about the finest laptops and PCs you can find in 2021. CES 2021 showed us just how cutting edge can be. What we saw is a new generation of thinner, sleeker laptops like the Lenovo Legion Slim 7, Asus ROG Flow X13, Acer Predator Triton 300 SE, and Razer Blade 15 and Blade Pro 17. This shows that clunky gaming laptops are truly things of the past. Then there's Alienware's newest desktop, the beautiful Aurora Ryzen Edition R10, if you don't want to be mobile. These are truly the devices to get if you want to blaze the next generation of gaming without the PlayStation or Xbox. In 2021, Razer is bringing the future to life. Well, by future, I don't really mean flying cars, personal robots, or recreational space travel we were promised by the Jetsons. The future of gaming chairs, though, Razer has that covered. Their latest invention, Project Brooklyn, literally looks like something you'd find in the Batcave. It has a deployable 60-inch full surround OLED display that launches out of the back of the chair like something you'd see in a movie. It is perhaps the finest display for gaming that I've ever seen in my life. Seriously, it would be worth the price just for the sheer unimaginable jealousy it would stoke in any other gamer who saw it. Also, it looks like an incredibly comfortable chair with 4D modular armrests, HyperSense haptic modules, and a carbon fiber bucket seat. Like, sure, the customizable lighting for your cyberpunk gaming display is great, but if the chair itself sucked, then what would be the point? Is there any gaming rumor bigger than the fabled Nintendo Switch Pro right now? Now that Sony and Microsoft have pushed their new consoles into all of our homes, Nintendo is looking to get in on the next-gen fun. And by next-gen fun, I of course mean a console that is, at the very least, able to run as well as a PS4. This Switch upgrade, rumored to be called the Nintendo Switch Pro, is set to be the finest Nintendo console yet, with rumored titles like Breath of the Wild 2 and Metroid Prime 4 set to show just what it's capable of. As far as those rumors go, I've heard that the console might offer 4K resolution, more memory, an LED screen for the handheld mode, more battery life for handheld as well, and a $399 price tag. Perhaps the biggest part of this story that needs to be taken with a grain of salt is that 2021 release date. After the COVID-19 pandemic, I don't know how likely that is. I mean, you basically had to fight a dragon to the death to get a regular Switch in 2020, so we'll see. One of the fastest growing gaming markets is mobile. Every new generation of phones brings us one step closer to a phone that can actually compete with the best of what consoles and PCs have to offer, which is pretty impressive considering the best game you could play on my first phone was Snake. The Nubia Red Magic 5G, Asus ROG Phone 3, Black Shark 3, and Razer Phone 2 all offer some of the finest graphics and gameplay options we've ever seen on a mobile device. That way you can play next-gen experiences like Wilderless or Warhammer Odyssey on the go. You know, that, or you could keep playing Words with Friends, but with really, really good graphics. Sometimes the finest consoles and PCs require the finest furniture to display them on. That's why 2021 brings with it some of the greatest gaming desks ever assembled by man. That is until we get those fancy holographic computers Iron Man has been promising us for a decade now. These range from the smaller desks for intimate ergonomic sessions, like the Apex Desk Elite Series, Eureka Ergonomic i1, and Respawn RSP 1048. Of course, then there are the grander desks for more screens, consoles, and accessories, like the Erosi Arena and the L-shaped Respawn 2000 Gaming L-Desk. We've gotta mention the LED light desks like the eWin 2.0 Edition RGB Gaming Desk and the Cougar Mars Gaming Desk. My personal favorite desk though, the Leon Lee DK05F, which houses your desktop inside a clear display. Seriously, if anyone wants to buy one of those for me, just drop a comment. if you want to be nice. For those of us that like to game in public or have roommates who oppose you playing Doom Eternal at full volume well into 3 a.m., you'll need the best headset to hear every decibel of Mick Gordon's soul-melting medleys of chaos and destruction. Unfortunately, much like the brutal hellscape of limited resources and enemies around every corner, trying to get your hands on some new Turtle Beaches can be as difficult as acquiring a Crucible sword. The Turtle Beach Stealth 600 Gen 2 gaming headset is without a doubt the hottest buy in the gaming headset world right now. That's turned out to be both a gift and a curse, however. Availability issues have made acquiring some new Turtle Beaches a problem for some gamers out there. 2021 promises to be a better year as far as manufacturing and postal problems go, so hopefully everyone finally gets the headsets they deserve. If there's one thing gamers love more than new consoles, it's old consoles. I should know because while in 2020 I got a Nintendo Switch and played that little indie game called Breath of the Wild, I also dusted off my N64 to finally beat Ocarina of Time. I've heard a lot about how hard a boss Twinrova was. The actual hardest boss was that stupid owl who kept telling you things you already knew with unskippable dialogue. The horror! So if you want the best of both the past and the future, you're in luck. Panic's newest retro console, the Playdate, is set to drop in 2021. The developers of Untitled Goose Game are not only boasting some impressive pocket-sized titles, but the chance for fans to develop games for the device themselves. Each of the Game Boy-esque consoles is also a dev unit. If you're a fan of unconventional consoles, be sure to keep an eye out for this little competitor. If this video has proven anything, it's that we're all going to be playing video games a lot more during 2021. It looks like this year still has a good deal of pandemic to go, which for gamers is the perfect excuse to stay inside and game for dozens of hours a week. Still, while that much gaming may be good for our mental health as we ride the rest of this out, it's not always best for our physical health. Most notably, I'm talking about carpal tunnel pains that can seize up your digits and ruin a good session. I know when Ghost of Tsushima came out in 2020, I had to stop stabbing samurai for a good 48 hours so that my katana hand was back to fighting shape. That's why the Recova Pro just might be the most important gaming device worth purchasing in 2021. This personal percussion massager is a fantastic way of alleviating that pesky arm pain, so you can get back to dealing out virtual pain yourself. If you don't believe me, there's a fantastic review of the product on a fun little gaming site known as thegamer.com. For some strange reason, I feel like fans of this channel would really like that site. Somewhere out there, a designer is working on the only gaming accessory any of us want. That's right, the ability to enter our games the Matrix or Ready Player One style. To that designer, who obviously has subscribed to The Gamer, I wish you all the luck in the world. Just make sure it's really done when you release it, not Cyberpunk 2077 for the PS4 done.